Nintendo is known for making some really cool themed consoles, especially if you look at like the 2DS and 3DS. We had the Pokemon edition with the button that actually pressed in. We also had the Pikachu edition and a ton of others. Unfortunately, the Switch isn't given that same treatment, at least not to the extent as the 2DS and 3DS. Sure, we're given some really cool colored Joy-Cons, but what about the Pro controller? We've pretty much just been stuck with skins if we want to change the color, but that all changes with these shell replacements for the Pro controller. What's good, people? I'm Yeti Machete. Here we focus on tech reviews and tutorials. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We have an awesome community and I would love for you to be a part of it. So I did a Joy-Con exchange a while back, and that was an extremely hard process. Almost ended up breaking the Joy-Cons. Now I've watched a couple videos on the Pro controller shell exchange and it seems like a much simpler process, thankfully. If you go for the shell exchange, you can choose from a bunch of different color options. You got some really cool transparent ones, which are super nostalgic. They kind of remind me of like the N64 days when they made transparent consoles. You also have like an all white one. And the one that we'll be doing today is the SNES themed one, which in my opinion is the best. It's got the purple buttons. I'm a big fan, love the design. Now I'll have a link to all the shells down in the description. AAA, credits are right. Hang up the phone and let your heart break. Only in LA, 24 twice. So I always enjoy taking things apart. Now it can be stressful and super difficult. Again, thankfully the shell exchange wasn't. And it's just cool to see how these companies put things together. There's one thing you have to be careful about, and that's when you pull the front shell away from the back shell after removing the screws. There's a ribbon cable there, so just be extremely careful with that. Once you safely remove it, it's smooth sailing from there. Now, things are made simpler with a proper toolkit. The one I have here is from iFixit. Again, links down in the description for that, as well as a cheaper option for just the screwdriver, which is needed. Now, I want to keep mentioning how simple this whole process is for anyone that might be a bit nervous. Anyone can do it. It takes about 15 minutes. It's just like putting Legos together or making a sandwich. There are no small parts whatsoever besides the buttons. You pretty much have 3 layers. You got the front of the controller, the middle, and the back. Once you put them all together, you have a really dope looking Pro controller. One of my concerns before I got it was, how would it feel? How would it compare to the original plastic on the Pro controller? Now I'm pleased to announce that there's pretty much no different. It feels great in the hands. The buttons that came with it feel great. They fit perfectly. It looks like a completely new controller, and in my opinion, it looks pretty expensive and much better than the original Pro controller. Now, it'll make all your friends jealous. Just look at the faces on my friends. Now, let me know what your favorite color is. Again, links to everything will be down in the description. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. If you disliked it, hit that dislike button twice. Let me know what I could have done differently. If you haven't yet, check out some other content. Consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it greatly. I'm signing off. Catch you guys in the next one. Sure.